Okay, that's nice job.
You can see that Nate's just holding that wrench up against that piece of the U to hold it steady. Now they'll get that hook up there on top, and now they should probably use these C wrenches, but they don't have enough pipe in there that's heavy enough. We said this before, this well is 50 years old, and they have been settled here, or living here for 50 years, so they still don't have rights to the land. They still don't have a title to the land from the local municipality. About 50 years ago they said that they had somebody come through with the branch from Guarere, which sounds like guava. Guarere?
Guayere? I don't, Guarani. Guayani.
Oh, it's one of those.
Maybe, I don't know.
The branch of that tree, and then for some people the branch will actually point you or bend when you're getting close to water. So I think they found kind of two underground aquifers and put 2 pumps here, and that is where the water is. So
Oh, guayabi. That's the tree.
Guayabi.
Yeah. From the guayabana fruit comes from it. Ooh.
You can see the plastic piece that helps keep it centered in the well, otherwise it just bangs around in there. You actually see some of the nuts are bent on one side or worn out. Keep it centered. Nate's going to use his wrench here to just hold it tight.
They're joking at my expense.
I think it's better.
If you're looking from above to screw it in, you're always going clockwise, as in you're moving forward, and when you're taking it apart, looking from above, you're always unscrewing counterclockwise, as in you're, making backwards progress. Now they're going to tighten it. Some of these pipes are thinner than they're supposed to be. They should be, at least 2.2, 2.5 milliliters thick, and some of these are 1.8. And so when you see the thinner pipe, you'll see them tightening it around where it's welded, so that's where it's less likely to crack or snap. Tito says that he's never seen the thicker stainless steel pipe snap. So he moves that U just a little bit, and he puts it back down, slides it in, and we repeat the whole process as for as many pipes as we have.
Yeah. The other end of that hook and pulley, I have a group of people that are handling the rope.
We try to teach them to keep 2 hands on the rope and maybe even have the last person put the rope around their back. They don't usually listen to us. Before we put this well in, we will take 5 gallons of water with some chlorine and just dump it down there. It'll decontaminate all the sides. For this particular pump, there's an access panel on the side, and we're going to shock all of the water with 250 parts per million chlorine. We use that using our chart, which you can find online, Living Water International, that will give you, based on the diameter of the pump and the depth of the water, how many liters of water you have in there, then how many liters of chlorine you should fill in. So for this particular pump, we have a 4-inch casing, and we have about 15 meters of water, so it ends up being about 2/3 a liter of 5% bleach, which they have that in the stores almost everywhere we go. Yeah. You can see it just got stuck there on the side of the casing. And actually, I think in this pump there is not casing further down than about 6 feet. One of the problems that they are having is it's hard to keep track of how much pipe they have. The pipe will sell for about 200 Ds, one section of pipe, and their technicians may only be, is it $200?
Yeah, it's $200.
Oh, for about $200. And their technicians only get paid about $20 a day. Right now they don't keep track of them, so they've looked into putting serial numbers on the pipe and somehow keeping track of them, because it's hard to know how much pipe is actually in each well. They keep that documented and they sign off on it, but there's not much keeping people from pulling the pipe out and selling it. It's another problem they have with the tools, which is why they keep the tools in the hands of one technician, because otherwise they'll go sell all the tools, because they may not use them until the technician comes back. So unfortunately they're pretty reliant on the technicians or on us to come through, because you can't leave the parts as spare parts to people, or they end up just getting sold. Another thing we try to do when we're here talking with them, we do definitely talk about using the chlorine, but then we also talk about what do we have around the pump, and encouraging people not to use area around here for burying their dead or for bathroom, to keep animals away. Again, this fence is really helpful. We've created 5 different signs that we hang up in the school, and we do a presentation with each. And we hope we will post those online so that people are able to see those, make them available in PDF. And those really teach about how water gets contaminated, what to do once the water's contaminated, how to protect the pump, what to do when you're sick, how many tablespoons, teaspoons, capfuls, liters of chlorine to put, depending on how much water you have. What we'll do once they get all of this put in is we'll refill all of these buckets of water over here, so that they have enough water to get them through the next, hopefully 24 hours, but at least through 2 more meals so that it can sit overnight. And then we'll encourage them to pump for about an hour until the water no longer smells like chlorine, and then the water should be good to go. About half the wells that we've been testing here are testing positive for bacteria. Even though it's going, pretty deep, most of these are really only going, 50 meters into the water. Some of them a little bit deeper than that. So, as Stan says, they're living in the dirt, and so it's hard to teach them that bacteria is that bad. We bring water test kits with us, and a couple of them have tested really high for iron. One well tested at a pH of 3.5, which is really low. The thing that we're maybe more nervous about is, even if the bacteria content is low, we want to make sure the nitrite and nitrate level is also low, because that's what the bacteria would poo out. So we look for any cracks that might be in this platform. This is a typical size platform here that they're working on. We would like for them to be a little bit bigger, and we'd like to be able to have it at an angle off one side so that we can control where the drainage is going. As you can see around here, if they were to pump for quite a while, it just turns into mud. So a bigger platform is better where we're able to control where the runoff goes.
Gancho.
When Tito says gancho, he's making sure that they have the hook attached, because there's been some times where they start to lift it and the hook's not on, and if it drops, it's going to hit pretty hard. It's what they use there for, but it could still break, it could still snap, and they would lose the well.
What are they laughing at? No, they just say that when you do alcahuete, some of them just stand up straight for some reason, like at attention. They find that.
Oh, I did?
I didn't get it yet.
You can see they're trying to kind of put their tools on this little tarp here. I kind of like their system over here when they have the pipes put on the 2 logs, keeping them off the dirt. If you have a tarp, that might be helpful, but actually I kind of like the log system and then cleaning them up. Often when we come to these villages, then the cacique, who's the leader of the village here in the Chicotana, will offer for us to come and have dinner with them or have lunch with them. And that's a real honor to be given often their best food. Sometimes we eat a few power bars before, so we're not so hungry, and we may eat the rice or the chicken, but try to avoid the fruits and vegetables, unless it's peeled fruit. We've peeled ourselves.
There's a microphone on this. Probably on the front. You'd probably be better off standing on the side talking.
Now you tell me.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I could probably stop it here. Oh, there's a left piece. Never mind, I'll keep going.
We're screwing the tank on. They add an extra meter of pipe onto that tank just to make it a little bit easier. One important thing, once we've taken all the parts out of the well and they're cleaning those, we put something over the top of what's left of the pipe here so that nothing else is falling in there. There's not a bird or bugs or a tool that might fall into there. Usually put that U and then a piece of cloth or something over there. So he's asking Nate if he wants to tie the horse knot here over this pump, and Nate isn't understanding.
A nudo, Nate.
Nate, don't you want to tie that knot?
I could.
No.
Get laughed at. Everyone's
La
laughing.
roja viene aquí en este aparato.
Ya.
Esta es roja.
Es interno.
Tiradores. Puesto. Un poquito. Ya, saque la.
Tito can lift this up with one hand, but he lets other people participate. Also, his tears cure cancer, but he's never cried. Chuck Norris wears Tito pajamas to bed every night.
What say? Hold.
What?
Oh?
You're just joking. Says Tito es muy fuerte.
Sí,
De los suacos.
es el significado.
Ya, meta.
Del-
Perno.
Perno?
Ya, vete, compañero. Aquí están.
Maybe the grease.